Hello and welcome back. As we are talking about three different concepts which are useful to apply for the job, and those are curriculum vitae, resume, and biodata. So, already we have seen those three concepts in a thorough manner. Now, we are going to see the contents of those and what sort of precautions should be taken place at the time of writing curriculum vitae. First of all, we are going to talk about curriculum vitae. So here there are some points and we need to focus on those points. We need to emphasize on those points, and what are the contents, that also we are going to discuss one by one. Summary of one's life, details of education, experience and achievement. Basically what we write in curriculum vitae, we write a summary of one's life or someone's life. So that summary also includes details of education, details of experiences and details of achievements which are achieved by the someone in his or her life. So curriculum vitae is nothing but what? Curriculum vitae is about education, about experiences and about achievements which are achieved by the any person in his or her life. So apart from this, we write about personal details, name and address, phone number, email id, etc. Easy to read language, what should be there? When you want to write your CV, you need to use simple language. Then your design focus on the job, then quotes from the people, you have to write some quotes from the different people. Look at the job, you apply, and then you need to apply according to the job. Then when it comes to technical aspects, like the font size that you are using, it should be official style like Times New Roman or Arial. The font size should be 10 to 12. The font type is Times New Roman or Arial. Typed in A4 size page, it should be typed in A4 size page, and that is also expected. So these are the things which are to be there in every curriculum vitae. Moving to the next one, importance of CV. What sort of importance that CV is having, that we make. CV will give chance to evaluate yourself. When you write CV for yourself, it gives a good chance to the employer to evaluate yourself, how you are and what you are. CVs are mostly used to screen candidates for interview. Mostly when you apply for the job, they ask you to submit your CV, and from that your CV, they scrutinize your CV for the next round. And this is what it is, a screen test, by the way, and you need to pass that test. If you want to pass that test, you should have a good CV. CVs are the first introducer to the interviewer and explains your complete background. When you want to appear for the CV, they ask you to, or they demand you your CV, and they go through your CV, and that is a good explanation about your background, about your education qualification, and about your educational academics achievements also. So this one is a mirror where you can put yourself in front of the panel and interviewers, we can see. And this one is having very good importance in everybody's life. Then types of CVs, basically there are two types of CVs that we have. Chronological CV, where we write education training in given importance. The latest qualification comes first, and reverse order. So when we want to write chronological order, we have to write latest qualification first. For example, if people have done BCom, MCom, so MCom first and then BCom, then 12th, then 10th, like this. So this way the qualification is written. Functional oblique skill based CVs are created with concrete on skill and responsibilities of experiences, usually meant for experienced person. So when we go for functional or skill based CV, here this kind of CV is applicable for experienced people, so that they can write their skills and experiences in a brief and very good manner. So this kind of CVs we make, there are two types of CVs, that is chronological CV and functional oblique skill based CV. So these are the two one. Then types of CVs, one more is left, that is speculative CV, sent not based on any achievements advertisement. When there is no advertisement as such, and when we want to go for unsolicited job application later, in that case this is applicable. We try to match the skills and experiences which are required in the organization. Accordingly we write our CV without having any base, and this is called as what? Speculative CV. Then order of contents in CV. When we want to write a CV, And then there is one particular order which is to be followed while writing a CV, and this order is given like this. First of all, we have to write name and address, then contact details, then career objectives. At least two objectives are expected, and while writing these two objectives, take care of sentences that you are using. Do not write about your benefit. Write objectives which shows the benefit of an organization. Then educational qualification, whatever educational qualification you possess, write that particular one in a chronological order. Last qualification or latest qualification first, and the previous one. Awards, if you have any awards, mention those awards. Skill sets and personal attributes, then talk about your personal attributes and skill sets which you have gained so far. Experiences, employment history, if you are experienced, then write something about your experiences and employment details also, where you got employed and how you got promoted and why you people have left from that particular organization. Voluntary work, if you are doing some sort of voluntary work or if you already done, mention about that in your CV, which creates good impression in the mind of interviewer. Extracurricular activities, interest and hobbies, if you have done, if you are the part of extracurricular activities, if you have something different sort of interest and hobbies, mention those things also. And the last, which is not list at all, think about write something about your references. At least you have to provide 3 references where they can make an inquiry about yourself. So give the names of at least three people where they can inquire about you. So references is the most important aspect in your CV. So that these are the contents of a good CV, and this one is an order of content in CV. Then objectives, just we have talked about. Career objectives, when you want to write your CV, you need to write 2 objectives as such. Those are career objectives. Your career objectives tells the employer what you are really looking for in a position. For teamwork job, I want to work in a team where we can take on new and exciting challenges. So as I told you, while writing objectives, think about the company's benefit. Don't think about your own benefit or personal benefit as such. So if you are talking about company's benefit, they will get little bit positive about you, and they will understand candidates coming for company's benefit, not for his own benefit. So this way you have to write your objectives. Then educational qualification, you people have to write your educational qualifications in a descending order. The last qualification first should be written in reverse chronological order, as I told you, with percentage of marks and name of the institution. So while writing your educational qualification, write your educational qualification with marks as well as the name of the institution where you have done it, and year of passing also should be mentioned. Then awards, whatever awards you have achieved so far, those awards should be mentioned here, and those awards should be clearly mentioned, clearly written, so that they can also get attracted to your awards. Awards demonstrate your achievements to your employer. Forget about any award you've received prior to 7 years. So if you have received any award before 7 years, leave it, don't write that award. So write your latest awards in a chronological order again, reverse first. Give the award details with quantifiable terms. So whatever awards you have, give the details of those in a quantifiable terms. Then skill sets, this section tells the employer what skills you have that fit the position they are looking for. So for what you are applying, think about the skill sets which are required for that particular job, and write those skills which are useful for that particular job, so that can employer also think about you. Try to describe the skill you have and how you have demonstrated. So those things are also important. For example, boarding skill with WPM. So these are the skills which they have given. Then talk about your communication skill, how you are good in communication, and that should be mentioned in your CV. Basic computer skills which are required in day-to-day working activities, those should be also mentioned. So you talk about communication skill, you talk about basic computer skills which are the part and parcel of your duties. So those should be clearly mentioned. Then you should talk about your employment history, what sort of employment history you have, whether it was part-time job, full-time job, whatever it is. So that should be clearly mentioned. You may have taken a position during your holidays, State your employer position, held responsibilities, shoulder, duration, and key achievements during the job. Those should be clearly mentioned in your employment history. Again, employment history, my role, your role, while doing that, while performing those activities, those responsibilities. So all those things should be mentioned here in your employment history. Then voluntary work, whatever work you people have done so far, as far as voluntary work is concerned, those should be clearly mentioned. While writing voluntary work, write the nature of the work, where if it is related with or associated with any institution, write the name of that institution also, so that you can show that how your work was associated with any other thing. So that should be clearly mentioned in that particular CV. Then interest and hobbies, this one is also important, by the way, and here you have to show what sort of interest you have, what sort of hobbies you have. So whatever hobbies you have, that those should be clearly mentioned. If you do not have any hobby, do not write any hobby or interest forcefully, otherwise they will ask some questions and if you will be failed to answer those questions. So whatever interest or hobbies you possess, write those things only. Don't try to force yourself to write something. References, this one is the most important aspect. You will have to provide at least 3 people as references, where they can make your inquiry, they can conduct an inquiry about yourself, they can call them and get some information from those people. So while giving those references, try to give some people, those who are in touch with you, those who are know you. So provide such kind of things, such kind of people, so that inquiry is possible. Otherwise, do not provide unknown people without taking their prior permission. After providing or after writing their names, please inform them you have given their name for the purpose of reference, and they may get a call in future for inquiry purpose. So make them aware about your inquiry from a company, so that they can answer. Otherwise, they will say that I don't know this fellow and all. So this is what references are given, and that is a part of your CV. So then if we want to go for what should be done, if we want to make our CV, what should be done and what should not be done, that is also we are going to discuss. If you want to make your CV good, then there are some do's and there are some don'ts also. So be brief. It should be a 1 page or 2 page. Prepare CVs for individual companies according to the company. Make your CV. Do not forward one CV at every place. Customize your resume for your job target, according to the target, according to the job. Then customize your resume. Add some points, then delete some points wherever whichever or which is not applicable. Use action verbs, positive words. It will create strong impact. Motivated, monitored, created, analyzed, coordinated, etc. So these words can show how you are positive about the job. So these are the do's. Some don'ts are also there. Avoid folding your CV. Do not fold your CV. Don't include irrelevant information, previous salary, unproved awards, proofed awards, prizes and publication, etc. Say what you did, not what you think. Personal information, material status, religion, health, native places, etc. Avoid unusual font size, stylish letter, graphics, underlining and unusual spacing, etc. Avoid repeating information. Avoid personal pronouns, my pronouns, my, I, my, me. Don't outsource, do it yourself. So these are the things. Again, now we are going to talk about CV writing tips. If you want to write your CV, there are certain tips to write your CV. Focus on the job you want. Whatever job you want, you focus on those job and write your CV. Emphasis on achievements and results. You should have to focus. If people have to give trace on or emphasis on achievements and results that you expect. Easy to read, design and language. Whatever language you are using, design you are using, that should be easy to understand and read also. Spelling mistakes are unforgivable. If you commit some spelling mistakes or grammatical mistakes, those are not unforgivable. So take care of this. Education or employment first. So give them, quantify every statement, whatever statements you are making in the CV, those should be quantified. Tips for websites, then give your websites, and accordingly you mention your data. Ask someone to review your CV. Once the CV is prepared and made by you, ask someone else to go through your CV, and ask him to provide some suggestions, because their suggestions are valuable, because third party should be there to assess you, and that is very important, and that will give you a better idea for improving your CV. So this is for tips for writing CVs. Then most of the things we have covered, so I must say thank you. Here this CV writing is over, and at the same time topic number 4 is also over. I must say this. I hope you people have understood the concept of CV, biodata and resume in a thorough manner. So here I can officially declare that topic number 4 is also over. Thank you so much for your cooperation. I request you all, if you have any doubt, query and problems and difficulty as such, you can ask me your problems and difficulties by contacting me anytime through this